I honestly don't understand how people in Wuhan stayed in their houses for 40 days. It's been 5, and I've left here and there, and I'm still losing my mind. I was going to make a video about Costa Rica, but
coronavirus,
COVID-19.
You should do what you can to limit your social contact.
Now fighting against the invisible virus.
this seemed more appropriate.
I had a dream last night that my fridge had no food. That's what it's come to. Now having nightmares about frickin' coronavirus panic.
Sorry for my appearance, I just woke up. On Thursday in Ontario, the province where I live, they announced that all schools will be closed for the next 3 weeks. So I work at the university, so I'm fortunate enough to have a job where I can work from home and still get paid. And once they announced that the schools are going to be closed for the next 3 weeks, that's when the panic buying started. Everyone was rushing to the grocery stores and buying toilet paper. Now there's 2 reasons why you don't do this. Number 1, the fact that we live in North America, we have an overabundance of food. Do you understand how much food we have? We have enough to feed quadruple the amount of population we have. So relax, there's tons of food. And even if they stop the movement of people into countries, they're not gonna stop the movement of supplies. So chill out, stop panic buying. Reason number 2 is that when people are actually vulnerable, like the elderly, go out to buy, the basic supplies that they need to stay inside because they are vulnerable to COVID and they don't want to wander around like the rest of us have been, or maybe like those of you that still have to go to work, they don't get anything because young, healthy, psychotic people go out and buy everything, or help your elderly neighbor out and go buy their groceries for them. So it's now Wednesday, and I've been going insane. I could be writing my dissertation, but my brain is just constantly like, no, watch hours of news media on this COVID crap. My dogs really like that we're all home. I take them on like 30 walks a day. They're exhausted. I need an excuse to go outside. Fortunate enough not to live in a big city, so when I take them for a walk, I never at any point encounter another human being. Like, when someone tells you to do something, or someone tells you you're not allowed to do something, and then you just want to do it even more? Like, that's how I feel right now. Like, someone's like, okay, stay inside, it's the best thing to do. But like, with every inch of my being, I want to go outside. Yesterday, they announced that everything other than drugstores, grocery stores, and gas stations will be open. So even if I wanted to go outside and do something, I can't. But I'm not going to, because this is the reason why you should stay inside. Because you can have COVID-19 and not know it because you're not showing any symptoms. Even if you're like, I'm not afraid to get it because I'm young and it's just flu-like symptoms for me and I'll be able to get over it. 2, you're walking around because you think you don't have it, but really a lot of people that don't show symptoms have it and they could pass it on to multiple people who then die from it. Do you want that blood on your hands? No. Stay inside, because the more that we all stay inside, the quicker we can go back to normal. I'm gonna link this Vox explanation in the description box below, and they do a pretty good job of simplifying this whole process of transfer. So watch that. I tried to read, I tried to work out. My brother still has to go to work, so like I don't have anyone to communicate with. My boyfriend went to the cottage, but I can't go to the cottage because the cottage doesn't have internet and I still have to work from home. It's crazy just how last week I was ready to go to Hawaii and this week I'm stuck in my house. So the thing with Hawaii is that I was supposed to go for a school trip We have conferences once in a while, and those things get funded because we need to do research for our dissertations. That trip to Hawaii was fully paid for. Now I have to pay for it up front, but then I get reimbursed through grants. So because it was canceled, I have no proof of attending the conference, so I can't submit for those grants. Air Canada only gave me vouchers back. So I lost $1,600 worth of flights because my boyfriend was supposed to come with me. And the Airbnb that we booked was $1,000 for the week. But the host of the Airbnb will not give me a full refund. They only gave me 50% because they said, it's not serious yet. There's no travel restrictions. Well, now there is, bud. Trudeau closed the border to all non-Canadians, but there are like hundreds of thousands of Canadians abroad right now, possibly contracting the virus coming back into Canada. Again, it's not something to be scared of, but if we don't all do our part in staying home, then it's going to spread. The healthcare system is going to be overwhelmed, and we're going to be forced to choose who gets treatment and who doesn't, like Italy is going through right now. They're physically turning people away, saying this person has a better chance of living than you, so we're gonna take them. Sorry, go die. Oh, good morning. So this is a good time to have a doge. Do you like that mommy's home all the time? Do you like the 40 million walks I take you on?
This is a final call to reach you before you get arrested. So press 1 and talk to an officer now.
The fraud calls are coming in quite frequently now, but I am getting cabin fever, so might go on a hike today in a remote area. Another thing is that if you go outside, the sun is a natural disinfectant. The germs that people are putting into the air, I guess, disappear quicker than they would inside. Inside, if someone sneezes, it can linger in the air to the point where if the person that sneezed leaves the room and someone else walks into the room and there's no one in there, their sneeze particles can still be floating in the air, and that's how you can contract the virus. So that happens inside, not so much outside, because the sun is a natural disinfectant and you have the entire atmosphere to absorb your sneeze. Does that make sense? So far, we're not on total quarantine. It is highly recommended that you stay home if you can stay home, but we are not being forced to stay in our houses yet. So I'll let you know if anything progresses. I've watched all of Netflix, so that's not an option. I had St. Patty's Day inside yesterday by myself. It's weird how when you work, you complain that, like, you know, I work all the time, it sucks, blah, blah, blah. But now all I want to do is get back to work. I'm tired of watching TV. I'm tired of looking at screens. Guess I'll take my dog on another walk. That's all I have for you right now. So stay tuned. Stay safe, stay smart, and don't panic. There's a coronavirus playlist on Spotify. Sicko Mode by Travis Scott. Sneeze by Pilo. Love Lockdown by Kanye West. Toxic, Britney Spears. In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. Fever by Elvis Presley. This is actually ridiculous.